Hey there guys, it's Jesse, and today, I'm gonna show you how to beat the second boss encounter in the Bastion of Twilight. The second boss is actually two Twilight dragons, Theralion and Valiona. Now when you see two, don't freak out, you only face one at a time, and both have their HP linked, so it's really not that hard of a fight once you get the mechanics down. This is basically a two-phased fight. In the first phase, Valiona will attack you on the ground while Theralion attacks from the air. When Valiona is on the ground, you only need to worry about two main attacks. Blackout, which absorbs healing on a target, but when it's removed or wears off, does like 350,000 damage. Which is not good for a single player, but it splits the damage among everyone in the area, so the way you handle it is by having your raids stack up. In our case, as demonstrated here, we stacked on the tail. Her next ability is Devouring Flames, which shoots flames in a 180-degree arc in front of her. My tip for you, get behind her ASAP. In fact, when you see the casting animation, just run through her and towards her tail rather than trying to circle around it. If you go that way, you're going to take at least one tick. Meanwhile, in the air, Theralion is shooting fireballs at the group, but they really aren't anything to worry about. Now when the switch to phase 2 begins, as demonstrated here, you'll see swirling vortexes on the ground. Do not stand in or around them, get out. Theralion's gonna send blasts of Twilight fire down that will make them explode, and if you're near them, you'll be sent into the Twilight realm where there is no boss mechanic, you just die. If you can make it through that part, Valiona will go up and Theralion will come down, and now you're in phase 2. In phase 2, the major abilities you have to watch out for are Dazzling Destruction and Engulfing Magic. In order to minimize both of these, ranged stacked up with ranged and melee stacked up with melee. As you can see, Dazzling Destruction will place a black void on the ground that does way too much damage to stand in it for more than 1 to 2 ticks. But the simplest trick to this is that Theralion's going to turn to face the ranged group whenever he does it, so you know when to move. At that point, it was easy to determine when he was going to do it, and our strat was simply just to move around him in a group in a circular pattern. The other ability, Engulfing Magic, will be cast on one person, and that person needs to be aware of their surroundings and get out of the group right away. It's an AoE that does a ton of damage to everyone, as seen here. Now when the phase shifts back to phase 1, Valiona is going to do a deep breath attack, similar to Onyxia, but more along the lines of the mechanics for the Fell Mist fight in Sunwell Plateau. She'll pick one of 3 locations to carpet the ground with fire, either the door side, the middle, or the far side. It should be easily seen which one she's going to try for, just assign a person to watch. Make sure they have good communication skills. Once that's over, she comes back down and phase 1 begins again. Rinse and repeat. Once you get the hang of it, this is a very simple fight. The hardest part is keeping your cool during the phase transitions and remembering what you're supposed to be doing. So with that said, have a look at our complete kill with blues and greens, and not some fake we all have tier 11 beta version of it. This is the real deal, people. If I can do it, so can you.